What is it that looks through your eyes, yet cannot be seen? What is the thing that notices your thoughts, feels your emotions, and silently watches your life unfold? We call it consciousness. But what is consciousness, and what does it really mean to be aware? Today, we delve into one of the deepest mysteries of existence, the nature of consciousness, and what it tells us about ourselves. Science has mapped the brain. We understand neurons, synapses, electrical signals. But here's the catch. None of that explains why it feels like something to be you. Why does the brain's activity create experience? Why isn't it just lights flickering in the dark? This is what's called the hard problem of consciousness, a term coined by philosopher David Chalmers. It's not just about how we process information, it's about how and why we're aware of it. Imagine programming a robot to say, "I'm sad." Easy. But does it feel sadness? Probably not. That gap, the one between behavior and experience, is where the mystery lives. Over time, thinkers have proposed wildly different ideas to explain this mystery. One theory is materialism, the belief that consciousness arises purely from physical processes in the brain. No magic, no soul, just neurons doing their thing. Then there's dualism, most famously championed by Descartes, which suggests the mind and body are two separate substances, one physical, one mental. But that leads to another problem. If they're separate, how do they interact? More recently, we have Panpsychism, a theory gaining traction, which proposes that consciousness might be a fundamental property of the universe, like gravity or time. In other words, even a particle has a faint glimmer of awareness. And then there's integrated information theory, which argues that consciousness is a measure of how integrated and complex information is in a system. The more integrated, the more conscious. Each theory opens new doors and new dilemmas. So why should we care? Because understanding consciousness isn't just a philosophical puzzle, it's deeply personal. It shapes how we see ourselves, how we treat others, and how we define life. If awareness is just brain chemistry, where is free will? If it's something more, does that mean AI could one day wake up? Or that trees, oceans, even the cosmos itself might hold forms of awareness we can't comprehend? But perhaps the most profound implication is this. If we truly grasp what it means to be conscious, we might begin to live more consciously, more awake, more aware, more connected. Consciousness is the stage on which your entire life plays out, and yet we rarely stop to ask what it is. So ask yourself, are you just aware, or are you becoming aware of awareness itself? If this sparked something in you, subscribe and join us on the path of deeper thought here on Becoming Aware.